Namaste viewers, welcome to Ganesh Piping. Before we start this video, I request you to subscribe our channel and to share our videos as much as you can on all the social media platforms. With this video, I would like to share our Telegram group link, which is given in the description of this video. So you can join our Telegram group where we keep on posting all this video with the link of that, which you can share in the WhatsApp groups or the Telegram groups. We also post job openings which we have with our organization, and also the other opportunities of offloading the work. We also execute the projects and we require some good support of contractors who can execute our projects. So all these updates are available in that Telegram channel in addition to this kind of training videos. So subscribe to our channel and also subscribe to our Telegram group. This is a short message for that. Today we will be seeing the OLED fittings, which are called as the self-reinforced fittings. To understand what is the self-reinforced fitting, we have to understand what are the T connections for the header and the branch connection. That concept we will understand. Then we can take on to the what are self-reinforced fitting and what is the significance of that. Okay, so quickly we will see what are the T fittings. The T fittings are basically the branch and header, because we know that this is the main line or the header line, and we have to take a tapping out of that. That is the branch. That is a very basic and simple explanation of that. So commercially we have T, and there is a special video about these T fittings, which we have already done. So you can scroll through our video list and you will get that video. So in that we have the standard T fittings, which are the equal butt welded T or equal socket welded T, and the reducing T's. Okay, but if suppose we go for higher size of headers like 40-inch, 50-inch, 26-inch, 24-inch, that is the size of header, maybe 80-inch. So in that case, uh, if we are going for the commercial fitting, except the equal size T, like reducing T, if we go for 50 by 30-inch, then it is very costly. So in that case, we have to have some alternative fittings or alternative for making the T connection. So we have two alternatives for that. One is called as the stub connection, stub in T, and the other one is the OLEDs. So we have already made a video on stub branch connections. So you can you can watch that video for a better understanding of that, and I will try to avoid what is the difference between stub on and stub in connection. However, you can see that here. So this is the stub in connection where the branch is inserted inside this hole. This hole is drilled in the header pipe, and this branch is rested on the hole which is drilled in the header pipe. Since you are drilling a hole in the header and you are resting the branch on that, or you are inserting the branch inside that, and then you are doing the welding from here. So because of that, you don't require any external fitting like a T. So only the cost is the welding cost and the drilling cost. So that is why without any fitting, a branch connection is born, and this is called as the stub T. So there are two types, stub on and stub in. So what is the difference between that? It's very simple. Here you can see it is the T is inserted, the branch is inserted inside the header till the till this till the hole, end of the hole, and here it is only rested. Why it is done, that you can see in the stub connection T video, and this is the OLED fitting for which this video is dedicated. Okay, so OLED is a option to stub T, and why it is that we will see in the stub T. We have seen that there is something called as a reinforcement pad. So reinforcement pad is what? So to understand that, whenever we are drilling a hole in a header, the cross section of that pipe gets weakened, because whatever calculations were made for safety, for the pressure and temperature to withstand to withstand that given pressure and temperature, so that calculation was done considering the full pipe, inside diameter of the full pipe. But now when we have created a hole by drilling on the header, the cross section has been removed, some material has been removed from that cross section, and because of that, the branch, there are chances that the branch has become weak. So we have to do some calculation to see whether this branch connection, which is made out of drilling a hole in header, will be safe or not. If it is not safe, then there can be a leakage or that joint can get burst, whatever will be the result. So for that, we are compensating for the material which is removed by drilling in the header, and for that we are using a reinforcement pad. So if you watch the video, you can see how that reinforcement pad is. So the condition for using stub connection, stub T, is that for every stub joint, maybe there are say 600 stub joints in a project. So for every joint, you have to do the reinforcement pad calculation, which is basically a yes or no calculation. If the calculation say yes, the material that has been removed from the header is considerable and there can be a failure, then you have to introduce the reinforcement pad. That is basically a plate which is welded with the header and the branch together, and that compensates for the material removed. So that yes and no calculation has to be made for all the joints in the given project, and not only the calculation, but it has to be monitored closely during the fabrication stage, that whatever calculated reinforcement pad required for some joint, whether it has been applied or not. So that is a tedious job. So to avoid that, we go for the OLED fitting, so that reinforcement is done by the fitting itself. Reinforcement means whatever loss of material that takes place because of the drilling operation on the header. So that is compensated by the fitting itself, and those fittings are called self-reinforced T fittings, and that is nothing but the OLEDs. So OLEDs are costly, but if you are using the OLED, then you are saving the time, because if you are not using, then you have to go for RF pad calculation and then monitoring and all those things. So if you are using the OLED, you are saving the time, but of course there will be an additional cost because these fittings are very much costly. So those fittings are costly, but if you want to save the time, then you have to go with the OLEDs. So that's the bottom line. So this is called as the self reinforced fitting. This is the OLED connection, and these are the stub connections. So now we will move forward and see What is basically the difference between the stub T and the OLEDs? So stub T are economical solution to branch connections for larger header sizes, normally above 14 inch, where commercial butt welded T fittings are not available, or maybe if it is available, then it is too much costly. Okay, so the connection is done by drilling a hole in the header and then going for the welding. So that's the best way. Then coming to the OLEDs, OLEDs are also used for the same purpose. That is without where the T is not available, standard T, as applicable for stub end. Only difference is that it saves engineering and construction time as it provides self-reinforced branch connection that we have discussed in the previous slide. Then the dimension standard for OLEDs is MSS SP43, whereas for the OLED it is MSS SP97. The long form of MSS SP is Manufacturer Standard Society Standard Practice. It is an American body. The third point is that stub tees are cheaper because there is no such external fitting. Only the cost is the butt welded. Sorry, where cost of butt welded is considerable when we go for the larger diameter like 50 inch, 40 inch, and so on. OLEDs are cheaper, are less costly compared to the butt welded T of that size. So maybe 50 by 40 or something like that. 50 by say 10 inch or something like that. But it is comparatively costly when we see the stub connection, because in stub T there is no fitting. So OLEDs are of course costly as compared to that. Every T joint with stub T needs to be calculated for strength check that we have already seen, and the RF pad calculation we have to do. And for OLED, it is not required, and that is why it is called self-reinforced fittings. So we have planned a series of videos on each type of OLED. So we can see there are basically 7 types we have discussed. There are some more also, but these 7 are the most prominent types. Weldolet, Socolet, Sweepolet, Flangeolet, Nipolet, Laterolet, Credolet. Okay. So these different types of OLEDs are available and they are made based on the its application. So they are classified based on the application. For a given application you have to select a particular type of OLED, and this classification and unique of its type, why it is made, what are the uh, what is the speciality of each of this type, that we will see in the coming videos. So we will conclude on today's session. So thank you for watching this video and stay connected with us, because in the coming time we are going to discuss all these types of OLEDs, and we are born sure that this will be a very important sessions for you, because this information is not available in online training programs, because but we are offering it to you free of cost. So stay connected with us and enjoy these videos. Thank you once again. Have a nice day.